The problem we're facing right now is we've been delayed 2 weeks because how much of the tea do you want?
I'll take the tea.
Okay. I went into this mayorship for the people. FOIA, trying to, you know, as a lawyer, seeing how shit was, how much the PD, like, just, you know, like, really people in a way that's unbecoming. People not being able to defend themselves, lawyers feeling like they can't even get down in the cells and get some cooperation. July 3rd happens. I run for mayor. I'm immediately an hour after seeing how dysfunctional the PD is, losing court cases, literally just sitting around Mission Row PD, blasting people that are unarmed, just all the bullshit, right? The thing I'd been hearing throughout the campaign was, we need interceptors to fix morale. I kid you not. That was the solution. I kept hearing, how do we self-service? How do we self-service? Like, how do we help ourselves? Not how do we help the people? An hour into mayorship, I get Blaine County, Declan Crane, Andy Jones, and Bones coming to my office asking me to sign legislation for intercept. And I'm just like, can you write it down? They get offended. They pretty much haven't spoken to me since. That's the relationship. Understandably, you know, as things move on, Los Santos County budget's getting eaten up by Blaine County, patrolling down there and not up there. Anytime they were down here, we would lose money. And if we're not making money, I can't put on events and all that shit. I ask them if they can sort it out. They get offended. They don't give a f. So I put out a little bit of legislation to give, let's say you get arrested down here. You can choose to get processed down here. Why should you get brought all the way up north? They get offended again. They come to me, Bones and Cassidy. They tell me I'm trying to split the north and the south, even though the feds did it. And I'm like, bro, if people don't want to come on duty because of this shit, right? Because for whatever reason, and they're getting in their feelings, I'll dial it back. Next day, Blaine County contests the majority of all the business legislation. The reason I know this is people in the PD told me who did it. I know this because I have got more people come. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit came back to me. So this is why in the last 2 weeks, I've been dealing with their dumbassery. And so the reason I bring this up, SK, is now I have a real concern that I'm going to go put this legislation in, and these dumb are going to go contest it. I'm not going to know the reasons why. It can literally just be some troll bullshit, and now we got to wait 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. And this is aside from the fact that they got marshals in the back.
So how are they able to have a say in the legislation if it's down in the city? Or can they?
Tilly, give me a second. Keep whoever that is company. Is that Daisy?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to her. You got
okay. Next time you tell me, Tilly, when you're gonna call cop down. Go keep her busy in the front. I will listen.
I need something to eat. That's why I came to disturb you, my highness.
Listen,
for fuck's sake.
you dumb shit. That's a cop, and I'm talking to a criminal right now.
Oh my God, I don't know who the fuck
you're
you're talking to.
We'll move it to the front now.
Nino was on, his cycle. Come on, cycle. Yep.
See what I gotta deal with.
If I face the ocean, she won't be able to tell who I am from the back of my head. It's funny you say BCSO though, because they're the ones who are pushing the most to try to get in our pockets. That's the whole, the whole raid, the whole case, everything that's happened has all been BCSO around all of our stuff at the raids.
They've been trying to spin the narrative that it's been LSPD who's been leading to this. I know because I just got done talking to some cop, and they came to me to ask like what's going on with it.
Wait, they're trying to spin that it was LSPD to like raided our properties.
Brother, it's turned into some like middle school bullshit, and this is why I don't even. I'm so done with it, and I'm like borderline like want to that sheriff's office with Andy Jones inside.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, BCSO have definitely been pushing our buttons, that's for sure. I know the people. You got told who the head of like the thing was. It was someone called Helen, which I think is a nickname, and then Nekoda.
No, Helen? Yeah. Helen's a cadet. And yes, Nekoda. Nekoda is the one that, yes.
Is that person called Helen? Because there might be somebody else.
Helen is a cadet that I met via Tilly. And that I met with Tilly. And you know, fast forward. I told her we're not going to be friends anymore because she said did some shit and they turned it into a whole HR thing up north. They literally, these guys are getting offended off the dumbest shit. Brother, like, you have no idea how bad it is. It feels like, you know, like in like elementary school, you like, you know, say something and then all of a sudden they think like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't even know anymore. But yes, Nekoda contested most of the business legislation and the air stuff.
Really?
He's a dead man as far as I'm concerned. I haven't spoken to this guy. You got Bones and company hacking in my laptop. I'm not going to have any of this. That's a matter for
Funny
later.
you say that about Nekoda, because allegedly there may have been a situation where I had him in a vulnerable scenario. He likes to fish with your deputy.
No, was ex-deputy. You want the real
she's
tea?
not a thing no more?
No, she was with Nekoda. I know this when she was my deputy. And then when I realized that Vivian Gray just wanted the same PD with a different chief, and I picked Daisy instead, or started contemplating on a different candidate, Eve Summers, my niece, mind you, got so upset and in her feelings that she literally sat quiet while we spoke to other candidates and then said, I don't listen to her because I don't know. I don't know. So then she disappears, right? The 2 days of work didn't help with the campaign, didn't help afterwards, and she just dips. Like, so you know, you see her up in Sandy Shores, you know, with Andy and company. Next thing you know, she's a deputy mayor. Next thing you know, she's the only one with an approved business in the last couple months.
Viv.
Yep. You know who Viv is to her? That's her soon-to-be mother-in-law. Now you tell me where the nepotism is coming from. She's dating Nekoda, might get married to him. Viv is Nekoda's, you know, is Nekoda's. Vivian is Nekoda's mother, and they're all working with Andy to repeal shit and refusing to tell us why they're repealing. Now you tell me, here, SK, that after I get done telling Blaine County I'm gonna go relax because these guys don't want to come on duty because of words like Blaine's and shit like that, right? Because of $100 toll and the right for civilians not to get brought all the way up north to get processed, giving them the right to do it. You ready?
Uh-huh.
And they agree to this. 2 days later, Nekoda and all BCS go, repeal all our shit, which is why we don't have businesses the last 2 weeks. Now tell me who's acting like a child.
So they're all just a big family who's just scheming against it then?
Yes.
So Eve is now in law, but up north.
Hey, Michael, we're at the resort down at the beach. Daisy's here with Tilly. Pull her aside later when you can, because I just got done screaming at Tilly for bringing the chief down with a conversation with me and SK. She's gonna need a spanking. Yeah, see you in a bit. Sorry.
Are you good? I mean, yeah, it seems like there's a bit of a common enemy in a sense. I know, you know, yours is a bit more, has to be political, but if we have the same enemies, then you know who to call if you need anything done.
I appreciate that. When you get a moment, you should take a look at Blaine County's legislation. I can see what they're doing. They are trying to empower the police department up there, and they want to bring the resources down this way. Just take a look at what they've approved up north. Some of these pieces are gonna, yeah, the entire like, you know, I think what I'm trying to convey will start the pieces will start to come together. They've been very sloppy with the way they've been moving. I think it's been sort of they're trying to be coy about it, but you know, the paper trail's right there.
So Eve is now working with Blaine County instead of Los Santos.
And just like the rest of them, they don't tell you why they have problems. They just scheme in little circles, and you got to hear about it like fourth party. They don't want felons operating down here. They want to back the PD. That's literally their entire thing. And that's why I put Daisy in place, because she actually cares about people down here, thinks that people can reform. And that's why July 3rd happened. Think about it. So what the fuck are these people doing pretending it never happened?
Interesting. I didn't realize it was all so interlocked like that. All circles. What's Nekoda's deal then? He's just of the opinion same as Eve.
I've never spoken to him, so I have no idea.
But he's not with you.
I only know about him as a side effect of Eve's relationship and him being the one walking around Mission Row PD getting signatures for the contesting. I also know that they've been spinning narratives. They try to convince people I control Air One. Well, that's not what's written. What do you expect? This is Blaine County. They're mothers and sisters.
I got a lot of tea there as well. We now know Malcolm's family tree. Yeah, I can't lie, it's a weird one though, because we said about having Nekoda on side, and he did kind of leave some breadcrumbs. I kind of my perfect like goal for the SK Nekoda relationship would be like, you know, like Commissioner Gordon in Batman, how like he's a good guy and he's a good cop, but he gives information, like he gives like little bits of information that can be used so that fucking Batman can go do shit. You know what I mean? Like a reverse Commissioner Gordon, mate. Give me all the tea.